So we're gonna jump into the call, and everyone voted A, C, and D. Right? How to enjoy Diwali snacks, guilt-free, tips for enjoying festivities with a healthy mindset, and tips for mindful eating. And all three of these all literally like intersect, intertwine with each other. And we were thinking about what's the best strategy we can give everyone for for all of these days coming up. Would we say to you, okay, don't eat this, don't eat that, watch out? But the honest truth and what we talked about is if that's a day that you've been looking forward to and you want to celebrate the day, celebrate that day. Eat what you want, maybe in moderation. That could be the one thing I'll say. But that might be the day that you want to enjoy it because if you always associate dieting and all this on the days that your family all gets together, you're gonna hate all of this. Maybe you can start being more healthy in a couple years, like because like you kind of developed a craving for healthier food, but whatever, that's down the road. Right now, if that one day you want to enjoy your food, it's okay to enjoy your food. It's about the other days in the week that you really want to maximize on. So, like, what I do is I'll circle these dates, maybe not on a calendar, but in my head, what's coming up. And I'll tell myself, okay, that day's coming up. Halloween, for example. Halloween is like my Achilles heel because there's chocolate everywhere, right? So, what I tell myself is, you are going to stay clean until Halloween. Then, when Halloween comes, that day, enjoy yourself. Eat chocolate, whatever. The next day, start tapering back off, but I'm gonna enjoy that day. I don't want Halloween to come by and say, oh, I deprived myself because now I'm gonna hate the process. You want to stay on track, you want to be healthy. It's about the compounding effect. So this takes time. So this is a little bit unconventional. People will tell you just cut out all the stuff, but enjoy yourself that day, right? That is something that you really want to do.
Like Riz was saying, it's like the mindset thing, the motivation and the mindset. If there's events and things that you look forward to, like Halloween and Diwali are kind of overlapping this year, and it's something that you look forward to, and everyone's enjoying themselves and eating food, and you're not going to want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, okay, I'm in this for like 8 weeks, and then I'm going to go back to my old habits and screw it. It's not worth it. But if you actually say, you know what, I'm going to enjoy myself, and then I have the resilience to get back into it
That's
the
important.
next day, you will. And a lot of people that are in our program, they will say, oh my God, the next 2 days later, I was fine. My body snapped back. I wasn't even bloated. I didn't even retain that much water. You start to your metabolism starts to get better because you're putting in the work and the repetitions every single day.
Yeah.
So that even if a day like the Diwali comes around, you eat everything you want, you're cooking food, you're ordering food, whatever it is, it's fine.
Yeah, you should literally circle that date and use that date to celebrate your win. Like if I'm gonna diet or follow my macros for 1 week, I'll use Diwali as the day that I break my macros for that event, and I'm gonna celebrate that. I'm sitting here tonight and I'm eating. I just put a week of work in. Hell yeah, okay, cool. And the next day I'm gonna bounce back. But I'm gonna tell myself I'm gonna bounce back the next day. You have to have at least some self-talk with yourself and tell yourself, okay, bounce back the next day. Maybe you might want the next day have some meals planned out because if you don't, those leftovers start creeping back in now, right? And now you're like, oh shit, now day two got wasted too. So you celebrate, but you're back on track the next day. But if you did want a strategy, what I do for any evening event is I will clean up my morning and my afternoon and my mid afternoon. I talk about this over and over again. If I know we're gonna have a bunch of fat, a bunch of carbs at night tonight, I'm gonna do my best in the daytime to trim my meals from having bigger meals, only eating protein, and that will help me at least make some room for that evening event. So that's one strategy you can put in place. High protein meals.
So, like, just for the sake of examples and stuff, some of us, like, just thinking about high protein meals can be overwhelming. Like, examples of that could be, for breakfast, you stick with egg whites and maybe like one piece of toast and a
Yeah.
little bit cheese. So we're keeping it like really small and moderate, but egg whites are pretty high in protein. If you don't have time to sit there and start cooking over the stove, then you can have like a Greek yogurt bowl. Another option is overnight oats. You can make that even the night before, make it like for a couple of days in a row.
Yeah.
Even the day after, you can have that for breakfast, and that's really high in protein. And we've also sent out that PDF of recipes for you guys, so it should be in
Yeah.
there.
You can even make protein oatmeal the day of. Like you can even get those the was a Quaker
The
ones,
quick,
the packs, you put in a bowl with some water, put in your microwave. That's okay too. You don't have to over Google, is this bad for you? Is it good for you? That's okay. Make that, put a little vanilla protein and have that meal. So simple, easy things. Doesn't have to be veggies, carrots, that like no, just make it something you enjoy to eat.
Yeah.
That's gonna help you a lot.
Yeah. Even if you're out the door in the morning, you're really busy, then just have your house stocked with like some protein bars or protein shakes
Yeah,
so that you can just grab it and go. Like if you have a protein shake and a banana, perfect. You had a
yeah.
protein, you had some carbs, that's excellent.
But
That's
keep yourself hydrated.
yeah.
If you get really busy with work, you get really busy with stuff, you don't drink any water, now when a lot of food comes, like your body's working against you. We want to go with the flow. Like you know the metaphor, you want to go with the flow of the stream. Go with the flow, like make it easier for yourself. Drink more water all day because when you're dehydrated, your mind starts playing games. You're gonna overeat by maybe 500 calories because there's just like there's sensors and triggers going off in your body saying something's wrong. It's you're dehydrated, but you aren't used to drinking water, so you don't think it's water, so you're gonna eat another meal after, and that is could be the straw that breaks the camel's back, right? Like there's so many different things that come into play. So simplify it, figure out what you like to, how you can set your day up whatever we said, maybe none of those meals you like. Maybe you just want to go to like Save on Foods and grab a wrap with high protein. Okay, do that then, right? See how that adds up. But just keep a calm, cool head. Like it's okay. It's just one day.
I think like for us at least, we both have this thing where we'll eat pretty good through the whole day. And then once it's like 4 or 5 o'clock, and it's like not dinner yet, but we start to get really hungry and it's like, ooh, those chips sound really good.
Yeah, yeah,
Or, ooh,
yeah.
that would be so delicious right now. And then you end up eating like 500 calories, like shit, like why did I eat that? And so if that's your
That's your breaking point.
yeah,
You
your
gotta you
breaking
got you
point,
gotta
your
think of
weak point, then have stuff at home that you like.
yeah.
So for us, like we talk about this all the time, we always have like a cup of tea and then we'll have like a feed bar with it. So
There's
that
the
has,
protein bar off Amazon you can buy.
yeah, and so we can send the link in the group as
Yeah.
well again.
Like
But
if I don't have that feed bar ready, like I don't have enough mental bandwidth to make anything, I'm going for the chips.
so that
It's
feed
like
bar
it's
has
done.
chocolate in it,
Some chocolate chips, some peanut butter, some protein. It's clean. I just unwrap it and I
and
just eat it,
yeah, and
and
then
that's it.
somehow you're good and you're
It
okay
just
until
bridges
dinner.
bridges the gap right till you get to around 7 o'clock because that 5 to 7 o'clock is a hard period for everyone. We're hardwired to be like getting off work, going to traffic, dealing with life again. Like that's the time where like like you got to figure it
And
out.
a lot of like mental burnout too. Like you've been at work the whole day, so now you got to come home and start figuring out what to eat for dinner and your families and stuff like that. So if you have this stuff already at home that's like healthy, you don't have to think too much and it's
Yeah,
already there.
yeah. Less thinking. That's basically because when you're hungry, you can't think, right? So those two things don't work together. So less thinking, make it easy for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Any questions about that? Sound good? Okay, great. If you guys did want to know what is bad, like you're like, you know what? I don't really care about Diwali. I just care about my goals right now. Okay, cool. That's okay too. That's a good mindset. If you really wanted to know, the reason why a lot of like the South Asian treats and stuff don't really aren't really healthy, they're a double whammy. They're deep fried and full of sugar. So now you got a double whammy because I always say like, okay, carbs, you can have carbs, that's okay. You can have fat, okay. But when you stack the two of them together, it's literally gonna really pile together. So like gulab jamun and jalebi, and they're literally just
Sugar.
fried sugar. And so that is literally gonna mess up your calories for the day. Like it is what it is. If you're trying to figure out your calories, like I would avoid that, and I would probably just go for like straight into dinner. Like, don't have all the side pieces. Like, that's one thing that's gonna add up. That could be 700 calories. All the side things, right? Like, you might think, I don't know, like some sort of like paneer tikkiyan are good, but they're gonna be deep fried with chutney. Now so like you have to try and pick your battles with that. Maybe if you guys are gonna order out, like you're gonna do some chicken biryani, like just go for right to the chicken biryani and just call it a day. So that's one thing I just want to let
If
you
you
know.
want to limit yourself on that day, like that, those are options that you can
Yeah.
do as
And
well.
the one plate rule, I always say one plate. Whatever you can fit on one plate, do that one time. When you allow yourself to repeatedly get back up, go back to the kitchen and get another handful, now like you've lost track of what you're eating. You're not even going to be able to really remember what you ate. And that could take a toll on your mental. Like, I don't even remember what I ate. I blacked out. And so then you start talking shit to yourself, right? And we don't want to talk shit to ourselves. Like, in order for you to win this journey, you got to be best friends with yourself. You have to consistently keep changing that self dialogue. Like, when I have a bad day, it's okay. I had a bad day today. I had 6 good days before this. I have to talk myself into doing it because I'm human. We're all human. We will spiral real quick. And when you downward spiral, it's like gravity. It starts pulling you down. And the lower you go, the more pressure gets on you. And it's hard to get out of that hole, right? The deeper the hole, the harder it is to climb out of it. So talk to yourself in a good way. The next day, wake up, drink water, maybe go for a walk. Start that process of talking to yourself again, stacking wins. Doesn't matter what it has to be, just get back on track. The next day, it's like a hangover, right? You're gonna feel like shit. But if you continue to just victim mode, ah man, this is not for me, blah blah, you're gonna get really fucked up. And then the weekend's gonna come and you're not gonna like it. So just start talking to yourself in a good way. That's why I work out every day is to change my self-talk, right? If I get that one pump going, I look in the mirror, I just saw myself differently for 20 minutes. That's enough for me to say it's there, that glimpse. I got a glimpse of my better self. You want to keep getting that glimpse of your better self. You walk past the mirror after a walk, you're gonna see yourself in different lights. So just start getting back on track. Okay.
That's that the one plate rule, that was a really good one.
Yeah.
Another thing is once you're done eating, let's say your plate is finished and you feel like, ooh, I want to go just grab a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Give yourself like 10, 15 minutes and
It takes time to,
just see how it
yeah.
feels because it actually takes about like 20 minutes for your brain to register that you're actually full. And so sometimes we end up going and getting more food and then we eat it and then we feel so disgusting after. And you're like, oh God, I can't even breathe. I need to change, I need to get out of these clothes. Like I just don't feel good anymore. So give yourself some time because you probably are full. It's just your mind is taking over and it wants to eat everything. So
Yeah.
that's a wait and see how you feel. And then the one plate rule is really good. And then like you said, like the self-talk. Like
Self-talk is huge.
like we're so nice to everyone around us. We're just assholes to ourselves. We're just really, really, really tough on ourselves. And everyone is in this program for a reason, right? There was a part of you where a light bulb went off and it's like, you know what? I need to take care of myself. I love myself. I need to do this for myself. So tap into that energy, especially when the days get really tough and the dialogue is not good. Tap into energy. It's like, hey, I'm trying to take care of myself. Like I'm not going to be a jerk to myself.
Yeah. Yeah. And just always focus on the long-term picture. Don't focus on perfection on that day. We're never gonna be perfect 365 days out of the year. Never, ever, ever. And there's nobody out there. That's not even good for your metabolism. So focus on long term. Just enjoy the storm outside. Just enjoy yourself. Be proud of yourself for the work, but really do put the work in before the event. Like we still have 3 days until Diwali. We still have 3 days till Halloween. We have what, 6 weeks till Christmas? Put the work in now. I don't want you having to stress out during the winter because the stress comes in when you didn't put the work and you try and make up for lost ground on the day of. So put the work in now the best you can. Doesn't you don't have to be perfect again, but if you put the work in leading up to these events, that takes a lot of the pressure off your shoulders. That's what this is all about.
Another thing that we talked about like last week or the week before was if you find that when you work out, your headspace is better, or you eat better. Like a lot of people will say, when I work out, then I end up eating better. I just take care of myself better. Then on a day like Diwali, a day like Halloween, when there's a lot of flowing of food and all these social things happening, try to see if you can get like a quick workout in.
Yeah, a 30-minute workout's fine, 25-minute workout's fine. Something that just takes that shifts your frequency. Like when you work out, you shift your frequency just enough for you to be like get that bird's eye view of yourself and all this food and kind of make a good decision.
Yeah.
Because when you're not working out, like you're a different person. Everyone's different. So do something. Again, I sometimes will go for a 20-minute walk outside. 20 minutes, that's not a lot. That's 10 minutes up one road, 10 minutes back. And I'm just like, I did a 20-minute walk. And that's all there is to it. What's more important, getting steps in or a workout? I mean, everyone's different. I like getting my steps in right now because I can see how many steps I'm doing, and that makes it feel good that I'm burning calories as I walk. And that makes me feel good. If I get some sunshine in, that will make me feel good too. So I right now in this season of my life, I'm focusing on my steps. I work out already. I built some good muscle. So for me, it's about the steps. For someone else, maybe a walk is boring and you literally hate going for a walk. Okay, cool. Am I gonna force you to go for a walk? No, maybe for you it's going to the gym and just getting some dumbbells and throwing them around, doing machine, and that helps you as well, right? Like going into that environment. So you have to see how you feel after walk, how you feel after workout, and what's better for you. And that's the honest answer. I
Mhm.
can't give you a cookie cutter answer. It's about the workout. No, it's about what you like.
But ultimately, like most of the people in our program have a step count goal and workouts planned for the week. If you put them together, it's magic,
Yeah,
right?
because if you're overeating the calories, they gotta go somewhere. So, like, if you're a female, you want to build your glutes, go hit a leg workout the next day. If you're a guy and you want a little bit broader shoulders, go do a workout the next day. You should still be doing both because these calories coming in, and the metaphor I use is like an airport, like they're directing traffic, the planes. When the calories go in, if you do a pump before or after, you're directing the calories into your muscle fibers and muscle tissues. So you're actually spinning this kind of, we can call it a negative day of eating, into a positive by working out and doing something, allocating the calories towards your muscles because you build a little muscle tissue, female or male, it doesn't matter. You're speeding up your metabolism slowly day by day.
Yeah. Like the daily steps, what that is going to help do is put you more in a calorie deficit. It's going to help your body burn fat, right? Throughout the day. The day in, day out, you're doing your steps, you're going to start to see results. You add weight training on top of that, what you're going to start to do is tone your body. You're going to completely transform your body. Suddenly your shirts fit better, your clothes are fitting better. And that's a way to accelerate your results as well. People that are getting their steps in and they're doing their weight training simultaneously, they're going to see the ultimate results.
Yeah.
So it is like a kind of like a magic formula. But if there's a day where you absolutely have to pick, okay, I either can only get my steps in or I can only get a workout in, like he was saying, see what makes you feel better. Is it my workout at the gym that makes me feel better, or is it my steps that make me feel better? Because it boils down to your mental health and your mood and your motivation.
Yeah. But I'll say for sure, working out is an important part because if you work out consistently for a year, 2 years, you're building the body that's gonna give you a faster metabolism. So every year when these same events come, you have a faster metabolism, so you're actually have more room to eat. If you're always only walking and always in that, like we call it like a tear down phase because you're trying to burn calories, and then that means you have to walk every single day for the rest of your life. If you build your body, it automatically turns into a fat burning machine for you. So like 5 years ago on Diwali, like I might have had 500 calories less that I had wiggle room for. But
Mhm.
this Diwali, I have 500 calories more because over the last 5 years, I've built my body up. So now I can have the same food as everyone else and nothing happens to me because I built that space. It's like building equity. You know how we say build equity in the real estate market or build financial wealth for the long term. If you build your body, you're building a machine that will help you just have freedom. Just you unlock life. Like you can eat more food and have a resilient metabolism. So working out is an important part. I like strength training, resistance training.
Yeah.
That's a great question though.
Basically, both of them,
Yeah,
both
do
are
both.
important.
Do your best.
They both have their like benefits, but you have to just like do your best.
Yeah, great question. Any other questions? Okay. So we got I mean it's a little bit quicker call today, but I think we just jam-packed the value for you. We rewatch the recording if you guys have any questions. Let me know. I know Shum, you just tuned in. We just finished the whole spiel on all this, so watch the recording. But like I said, take it easy, talk to yourself in the right way, practice positive self-dialogue, but putting in the work before these events will help you automatically have better talk, better self-talk, right? Because we can't lie to ourselves either. We can't just go in front of the mirror and say, I love myself, and then go ahead and not do all the work because deep down we know what we did. So if we have wins, we're gonna feel better, we're gonna talk to ourselves better, and we're gonna bounce back. All these events, the main part is not the event, it's the bounce back after the event. That's what a fit and healthy person, it's that how quick they can bounce back after that. That's the only thing that really matters in life. So you just keep going and do your best and hit me up in the app if you have any questions. If you guys are gonna eat some food and you have no idea about the macros or whatever, or you want some help, just message me one on one. Like, this is what I'm gonna eat. How can I fit it in? or on the day of, let's say you're like you really want to track your food, you look at your plate and it's just so overwhelming to you, take a picture, drop it to me in the app and say, what the hell was this? What were the calories? And I'll tell you, okay? So don't feel overwhelmed. I'm here with you every step of the way and have a great week. The challenge is coming to an end. There are a couple people who are in the lead. Just do your best, everyone. November is gonna be a good month as well. It's like that last push before like whichever way December goes. So try your best, keep working hard, and appreciate you guys and have a good rest of the week.